Hey guys, so I really hope that you can hear me. I have a lot of things going on. So first of all, I'm outside because that's just the best place currently. I'm at my parents' house because it's during the week, but I'll talk about that later. But the air conditioner unit over there that I didn't even think about. I'm sick. I have a summer cold. So yeah, I just hope that you guys can hear me, and I'm pretty sure that my brother would be pulling up anytime now on the foiler, so we might have that too. But I just wanted to get on here because I have not vlogged like I said I would vlog, and I feel really bad about that. I said that I was going to do a classroom vlog and before and after, and I was going to vlog my whole first year or first semester teacher, vlog and all that, and I never did. And I'm so sorry about that. I really, really, really wanted to film it. It's just a lot of things. First of all, I really wanted to film what my classroom looked like before and after. But when my mom and I went up there in January, for those of you who don't know, I just graduated in December and I started in January, so I got a job in January. And so I went up there in December. I'm sorry, it was like the very first of January. I couldn't get in there until like a week before school started. And my mom and I went. It was an absolute disaster. The previous teacher hadn't moved out yet, or had kind of halfway moved out, but mostly didn't. And it was like a week before school started. And I was coming all the way from where I currently live, which is an hour away from where I'm working. So I stay with my parents a lot because they only live about 20 minutes away. Excuse me. Oh, this summer cold is going to be the death of me. Anyway, my parents live about 20 minutes away from the school that I teach at currently. And so anyway, I was having to travel a lot just to get my classroom set up, and it was just a disaster. And so I really wanted to film it, but there was just so much that I had to do, that we had to do, that I just did not have time. Like, I just literally didn't have time. And even when I did get it set up, it just wasn't ever what I really wanted it to be, which is, oh, we have dogs. Hello, dogs. Bye-bye, dogs. Anyway, so it just never really was what I wanted it to be. And I know that's how it is, and I know that you guys probably didn't want to see that, because some of you, if you are soon-to-be teachers or you're a student teaching at during the first semester of school and you want to get a job at the second half, I do wish that I would have shown it, but it was just, this semester was a lot. It was just a lot. So, another thing that happened was that my computer just quit working, so I couldn't edit vlogs anymore except on my phone, and then I could only upload like so many minutes onto YouTube once I edited it, and it was just a mess. And vlogging on my phone was just not great. And I don't know, I guess it's just a lot of excuses to say that I did not vlog a lot this semester. It's currently May 21st, so we have, tomorrow is the last day of exams, final exams, and then Wednesday is a 60% day, and then Thursday we have to come up to work registration for the next year. So a little bit of an update of how this semester has gone. It has been rough to say the least. Being a first year teacher in the middle of a semester, when you're like in middle school or even elementary, high school isn't such a big deal because students are switching classes anyway in the middle of the semester, so your first semester with them is their first semester in that class, I guess, if that makes sense. But in my situation, I was stepping into a classroom that had been somebody else's for the whole first half of the year. I'm sorry, it's cold. So a lot of routines and procedures had already been established, and every teacher is different. So my routines and procedures were different than hers. Not that hers were bad or mine were better. They were just different. And also, as far as behavior, this is a particularly difficult group of students. And if it were just my class with a lot of the behavior problems, I would just chalk it up to, I'm a first year teacher and they're just taking advantage of me and I need to work on my classroom management, which is definitely true. But this particular group of 7th graders, every single 7th grade teachers, they're having the same problems. So it's just this particular group of students. Behavior is a major issue, and teaching was getting anything taught in a day was a feat, because behavior, just talking and the disrespect and, just everything that goes along with rough behavior in the classroom. And so it was like that before. And I somehow, for whatever reason, kind of had it in my mind, maybe when I come in, it'll be a fresh start and with new procedures that, we'll kind of start over, and maybe we can kind of fix some of those behavior things. That was very naive of me to think that, because that's not how it went at all. If anything, it was probably worse, because they had gotten really comfortable, and even though I was new and my procedures were new, they were already comfortable in the classroom. And so behavior just got progressively worse for everybody, for all of the 7th grade teachers. And, we had a range of different years of teaching. Some teachers have been there for about 15 years. Some have been there for 9. One of my really good friends, her first year was at the very beginning of the year, and then I came in the middle of the year. So there's a range of different years that teachers have been there for the 7th grade teachers. That makes sense. And they acted the same for all of us. And, just some groups of students are like that. I completely understand. But going from what I had experienced in student teaching, which was hard, it was definitely hard, and behavior problems are everywhere. Like, you're not going to have a perfect classroom anywhere. So you're not going to have a perfect classroom anywhere, and I understand that. But it was just very, very, very difficult. And I felt like every time I would go to turn on the camera, it would just be complete negativity. And, and I know that it was real and it was raw, and it would have been a good thing I'm so sorry. My brother's dog keeps knocking into the table that I'm using. But anyway, so I know that it would have been a really great thing for you guys to see, and maybe some of you could relate. But I just felt so bad, and I was also really uncomfortable, because being a first-year teacher, I didn't want to. My administration, nobody knows that I'm on YouTube at all. Very, very few people, pretty much like my family and my closest friends. So I didn't want anybody to find out, and I didn't want them to go on to find my channel and see that I had been talking negatively on the internet, because that's not what I want to do. I don't want to bring negativity to anybody, and I also don't want to get in trouble. So, and it's just such a foreign thing, especially here in the deep South. Teachers aren't really on YouTube, I guess. I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable talking about that yet, because I'm not really an established teacher yet. So I didn't want that to hurt my prospects on getting somewhere else, which kind of brings to another update. So I really, really wanted to get back to the school where I did my first student teaching experience, which you guys saw, because I did vlog that pretty well. And I really wanted to get back there. I really wanted to be in 8th grade with my mentor teacher. But I just, I'd been trying. I had, applied again, and I'd been talking to some people, and it just didn't seem like it was going to happen. It just seemed like there was a position that was going to become available. So I was searching into other districts, because, I knew that my current placement just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. And so I prayed, and I told God, I want to be where you want me to be. The desire of my heart is to be back in my hometown at the middle school where I did my student teaching with my mentor in 8th grade. That is the desire of my heart. But I want to live my life according to your will. I want that more than anything, because I know that if I try to go by my will, it will not work. So I told God, I want to live my life according to your will, but this is the desire of my heart. And I just pretty much gave it to him. I couldn't control the situation. I couldn't freak out about the situation. So I just gave it to him. And I told him, God, if you want me to be here, then I will be here, and I will make the best of it, and I will do your work how I'm supposed to, or how, I feel like I'm supposed to. But where I want to be. And whereas it began that, there were no prospects for me to be able to be there, all of a sudden a position opened up just out of the blue. And it was just, there are a lot of little things. I mean, if you do believe in God, you kind of know what I'm talking about. All the little things just begin to fall into place, and I will be at the school where I did my first experience student teaching, the middle school, teaching 8th grade English with my mentor. We will be team teachers. So I am so grateful, so excited, just, I'm just so grateful, because a big problem that I feel like I have had this semester in 7th grade was that I was the only 7th grade English teacher at the school, because the school where I'm currently teaching, it's 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And it's such a small town, such a small school, that there's only one English 8th grade, English 7th grade, 6th grade, 5th grade. Like, there's only one. And while the 8th grade teacher was kind of put in place to be my mentor, it wasn't always so. And it's just going to be nice to, honestly, I felt like I've flailed. Like, I'm just trying to keep my head above water. I feel like I did not do a great job. I think I went home most days not even feeling like I really taught anything. Just honestly feeling like a failure as a teacher. And it was just so depressing. Not only did I feel like, Aspen, go away. Not only did I feel like I didn't really have, what am I trying to say? Not only did I feel like I didn't know what I was doing, like I was just kind of trying to wing it, because when I first got there, they said, we really want to improve their writing scores. So I said, okay, and I did everything that I felt like I could, but it's like I didn't have a good unit. Like I didn't have a structured unit like I learned how to do in school, because I was just trying to fit in every little thing, because I just felt so much of the pressure of the state test. And they just kept telling me, they're not ready. We need to get them ready. You need to get them writing. You need to do this, And it was just, I just kind of tried to take their writing samples and teach around that. Like teach grammar skills and try to teach different genres of writing. And I honestly, I did do the best that I could. I just felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what to do. So, and if you're a first-year teacher, or you remember being a first-year teacher, maybe you know what I'm talking about. Starting in the middle of the year, I was just kind of thrown into, whatever, and trying to balance reading a novel, because I wanted to do Percy Jackson. So trying to balance that with the different writing skills that I had to teach and the state test, and just make sure I got all that in. It was just really stressful. And I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but I just really I really want you guys to understand how crazy this semester has been. It has been so crazy. I am very thankful that I was given this opportunity and put here, to get experience with a lot of different things, to kind of figure out what kind of teacher I am, what's my organizational style, what's my teaching style, what do I not want to be, making all of those mistakes, because let me tell you, I made a ton of mistakes, so many mistakes. It's ridiculous how many mistakes I made. It's embarrassing, and sometimes my students called it and sometimes they didn't, so I don't know. I know that this is very rambly, and I apologize. It's just been a while since I've been in front of the camera, and I feel like there's just so much that I want to tell you and so much that I can't tell you. And anyway, yeah, I hope that you guys forgive me for not vlogging as much as I said I would, as much as I should have. And I've been seeing that I've been getting a lot of subscribers for not having posted in 5 months or so. And it was surprising me, because I was like, I'm not even posting videos and people are subscribing to my channel. So that's what kind of has really pushed me back into it. If people are subscribing to my channel, I need to at least put content out there for people. So anyway, I'm just so excited about this next year, guys. I can't even explain to you. I've been in contact with my mentor. She's always going to be my mentor. Even when I've been teaching for 30 years, she's still going to be my mentor, because I love her so much. And I'm just so incredibly thankful that God blessed me with this upcoming position because I'm so excited. And there's also just something that happens to adolescents between 7th grade and 8th grade. It's like they grow a brain and they become functioning humans of society. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just very, very excited. I'm very excited to start planning with her and getting into my classroom. I'm still currently trying to get all of this end of the year stuff wrapped up because there's a lot more to wrapping up the year than I thought there was. Like, I thought you just kind of like, you pack up your stuff, you turn in your grades, and you go home. That's definitely not all it is. There's a ton of stuff that we have to do. So I am planning on taking you guys with me tomorrow. I kind of thought about starting to vlog during state testing so you guys could kind of see how that was, but I was also nervous because I wasn't even supposed to have my phone on me, and I was like, nah, like, I'm not even going to risk filming during state testing and then somebody seeing it and then it becoming a very big deal, very bad thing. So, but state testing is over. State testing was crazy. It took about like a little over a month to get all of the students state tested. It was ridiculous. And then we had like a couple weeks of like regular class, and then we have this week, and this week is almost done. So I cannot believe that I'm almost done with my first semester teaching. When I start out next year, I'll still be a first year teacher, but to have gotten through this first semester is just, I'm very excited. So anyway, I really want to take you guys with me tomorrow because I will have extended time in the morning. Because with the exam schedule, it's kind of all like mixed up. So I'll have my planning period first thing in the morning for almost 2 hours, just about, because exams and all that. So anyway, I'm planning on taking you guys with me tomorrow and kind of showing you. My room is pretty much all the way packed up and torn down. But I do want to show you like a couple things, just to kind of give you the context of a teacher's wrapping up at the end of the year. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I know that this was so rambly, and I'm so sorry if it totally drove you nuts, but I did just want to kind of catch you guys up and let you guys know what was going on and why I haven't been vlogging and things like that. So anyway, I will hopefully catch up with you guys later. Oh, another reason why I didn't vlog is because I only had one planning period. It was the beginning of the day, and I never knew when somebody was going to be like popping in, and I'm so not about people watching me vlog. So anyway, but since I have like extended time in the morning, I can just kind of cover something over my window and my door and film for you guys. So I'm really excited. So thank you guys so much. For those of you who are new subscribers, I so appreciate you giving me a chance for subscribing to my channel, even though I have like very few videos and they're very poor quality. So anyway, I will check in with you guys tomorrow because I absolutely... That's Levi. That's my parents' dog, Levi. Anyway, I will check in with you guys tomorrow and show you guys what's going on. Good morning. So just as soon as I grabbed my camera to start vlogging, I got called into an IEP meeting. So hopefully I won't have any more interruptions. Today is May 22nd. It's the second day of exams. So we started out with second period today, which is my planning period, and so we have a little bit longer. Usually we get done with first period at like 8:45, and they're extending that till 9:51. So it's currently 9:10. Really, I didn't have that much stuff to do. I'm looking around my room. Let me just show you. Alright, so I still have that big old box of stuff that my dad's going to have to come up here and help me get packed up. But back behind my desk is pretty much cleaned out. That's mine, my teacher toolbox that I've got to get put up. These aren't mine, so that's staying. These things on my desk are things that I'm still needing. Of course, my computer. And this over here are some student computers. There was another one, but I've already had that other one put up because I don't use it. I have to use this computer right now to plug up my projector because my other projector quit working, and then I had a long cord that I used to project it on that board, but it quit working. So now I just have to keep back here and project on this wall. So I'm very thankful that that wall is there and it's clear so that I can use that. On the last day of school, I will have to pack all of this stuff up, but I can't do it yet because, you know, we still have class. So all of these books are books for the classroom that I don't have to do anything with. These books, I already have my books that I bought put up. So these are just all books that are going to stay. That is my Germex that I've got to get put up. Pretty much nothing in this closet right here is mine. I'm looking. Nope, none of that is mine. So all this is staying. I don't have to do anything with that. And that is my broom and dustpan. It's not my podium. This thing is not mine. And then this table is not mine. So yeah, pretty much all I have to put up. I do need to clean out this corner over here because it's just kind of a mess, but none of it's really mine either. It's just things that need to be thrown away. So yeah, basically all of this, and these two chairs aren't even mine. I mean, this chair and this chair, they're not mine. They were in this classroom. This is my chair. So yeah, I really don't have that much stuff to do. One thing that I do have to do, where's my checklist? Oh. I do have all of these things that I have to do. I have to make sure that my grades are in by Wednesday by 3 p.m. I have to make sure all my equipment is labeled, which I've labeled everything. I just need to make sure that I put all this equipment up. I have to get all my personal items out by Wednesday also. Furniture has to be labeled. End of the year packet I'm still working on, but it's pretty much done except for like grades and stuff. Have some meetings, and yeah, and here's all the stuff that we have to have done. Grade book, tier documentation, which I don't have to do with. Book find list, which I didn't have anything. Room repair list, nothing was broken. Lost books, da-da-da. Anyway, all that nice neat stuff. So this is just my packet that I have to get turned in. I didn't have any room repairs. So here is a data sheet that we have to fill out for our district assessment. So our district assessment is one that every 7th grade English teacher in the county has to do, and we all have to get the same test. So I just put my name, my subject, and my grade, and then the standards that it's covered. So the test had some reading informational standards, reading literature standards, some language standards. And then I have to put the percentage of students proficient here, and then I have to just go through each question, which there are only 20 questions and they're all multiple choice, so that's not a big deal. And then just put the standard for each question. And then down here I just have to say how many multiple choice, how many free response, other items, most missed, which I don't know yet because not all of my students have taken the exam. The number of students not proficient on the free response or essay question, which I don't have to do. And then I also have to do like the root causes for students scoring below 70%. And it says think specifically of instructional strategies used for the standard objective, which I really, really like because that really makes me think deeply about my instruction. And then what strategies will be used to address the non-proficient students or reteach standards not mastered. So I'm sorry it's so dark in here, but I keep my lights off all the time and I only use the natural lighting of the windows, and my students prefer that also, so that's why it's dark in here. But I really like doing data analysis. We've been supposed to do it all year, but I haven't been very good at it, I guess, because I don't know, it's just like it's not really something that we did in college. Like we kind of did, like, you know, we had tested measurements, but it wasn't anything like that. So anyway, I really like that, and that's definitely something that I'm going to continue doing because it was really interesting for me to see, like, pick apart each question specifically and know its standard that it matches, so it holds me accountable also, but it also shows me specifically which standards my students are not meeting. So I really, really like that. And one of my goals for next year is just to be better about data analysis and making sure that my assessments match or make sure that my assessments are good assessments of my students' knowledge and of what I taught them. So that's one of my goals for next year that I definitely want to do better about. Sorry about the glare. Anyway, so yeah, I really don't have that much else to do. It's 9:15, so I have about 40-ish minutes, and I'm done because there's really nothing else I can do. I have all the grades in that I can possibly get in right now, and yeah. So I think I'm going to go check on my friend that's a teacher and see if there's anything that she needs me to do. Hopefully they're done with their exam so I can go in there. Yeah, so I'm just kind of looking around. It's like, wow, you know, but it's frustrating because there are still things that I need to do, but I can't do yet. And that's so frustrating. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go ahead and go check on my friend, teacher, and use the restroom and do all the things and get ready for, see, we're going to have 5th period next. So, yep, I will check in with you guys later.